A new episode of Comics Being Sci-Fi is about to begin. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Comics Beer and Sci-Fi. I'm Nick and I'm here of course with Jill. And what's this outfit all about?
So I'm dressed as Agent Azura, featured in the Able Ideaz comic books. And I brought a few fellow models along with me today.
Ooh, well how do you do?
Hey, easy.
Hey, point that thing someplace else.
Yeah. First, let's thank our sponsors at Northwestern Tech.
And our annual office Christmas party is right outside and Marc's gonna tell you about this week's new movies.
Hey everyone, Marc here with some co-workers at the office celebrating some holiday cheer. Woo! But before anyone can punch out, I'm gonna send a memo out to everyone on what's coming out at the movies this week. Opening up this week, you guessed it, Office Christmas Party. The plot revolves around a CEO, played by Jennifer Aniston, who wants to shut down a failing branch ran by her irresponsible brother, played by Deadpool's TJ Miller, and his right-hand man, Jason Bateman. But in efforts to save their jobs, Miller and company must throw an epic Christmas party to impress a client, where plenty of hijinks ensue.
I love this party! You say hey! I love this company! When I say you say
Also coming out this week in limited release is the critically acclaimed romantic musical dramedy La La Land, about a jazz musician and an aspiring actress meeting then falling in love. But soon their relationship becomes threatened as success comes their way. The film stars Ryan Gosling and the Amazing Spider-Man's Emma Stone. This film is sure to delight all fans of romantic musicals. Attention everyone, we just received a fax from the home office telling us what's coming out in movie theaters in 2017. Whoa! Coming out in March is the live-action retelling of the Disney animated classic, Beauty and the Beast, starring Harry Potter's Emma Watson and Downton Abbey's Dan Stevens. This is guaranteed to be a beast at the box office. And coming out in May, after bringing a life form from Mars onto their ship, the crew of an international space mission must fight for their lives before it destroys them in the sci-fi action thriller Life, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Mr. Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds.
You! No, you're not gonna get your goddamn hand off. What are we gonna do? There's a bear!
Well, this concludes our work week at the movies, and everyone let's check out our Christmas bonuses. Woo! Pink slip.
Well, thank you, Marc. And now why don't we keep the festivities going with Shannon, who's going to talk about a couple of beer gift sets for this holiday season.
Hey beer nerds, it's Shannon. In my opinion, the only thing that makes holiday shopping better is beer. So this week, we're checking out gift packs that should be on the top of every beer lover's wish list. First off is Hoppy Holidays by Shorts Brewing Company. This variety pack is filled with more hops than a hop farm. It features Superfluid, an American double IPA displaying notes of tropical fruit. It also features Batch 5000, a triple IPA that packs quite a punch of hops and comes stumbling in at 14.6%. This pack also includes Aw Yeah. This is a Humalupalicious on steroids. Finally, there's Stash Bender, featuring Joe Short himself to commemorate Shorts Brewing Company's 10-year anniversary. Next up is the 12 Days of Milkshake Stout by Rochester Mills. This is a pack of 12 different variations of Rochester Mills Milkshake Stout. It features Bourbon Barrel Aged Milkshake Stout, Toasted Marshmallow Milkshake Stout, Imperial Milkshake Stout, Chocolate Orange Milkshake Stout, Santa's Breath, Vanilla Latte Milkshake Stout, Turtle Dove, Banana Foster's Milkshake Stout, Blueberry Pancake Milkshake Stout, Chocolate Cheesecake Milkshake Stout, German Chocolate Cake Milkshake Stout, and Cinnamon Swirl French Toast Milkshake Stout. Now go out and try them all. I guarantee you'll have a fun-filled Christmas with these beers under your tree. Cheers!
Thank you, Shannon. And now we're going to go to Hollywood Diecast, and Joe is going to tell us about everyone's favorite Volkswagen Bug, Herbie.
Welcome to Hollywood Car Minute. I'm Joe Johnson, and I am joined by Mel Guthrie, proud owner of one of my all-time favorite movie cars, Herbie from Disney's The Love Bug. This is a replica of Herbie that was used in the film. Mel, what can you tell me about this beautiful VW behind you?
This is a car that is actually a 1970, but the previous owner was trying to make it look like an earlier year. Gets a lot of attention, highly recognized thanks to the younger generation gets to notice it too because of the Lindsay Lohan version.
Oh, that's right. They've done several interpretations of the Love Bug movie up until fairly recently. It's awesome that a younger generation still appreciates Herbie and puts a smile on the faces of the little ones when they see it. Thanks for joining me, Mel, and thank you for watching Hollywood Car Minute. I'm Joe Johnson. We'll see you next time.
All right, thank you, Joe. Herbie rides again, and that wraps up the first part of our show. So we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have lots and lots of models to get our super heroine fix. Jill, I want to take a moment and acknowledge our sponsors at Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech has successfully taught HVAC technicians since 1979, and HVAC is all they do. They offer hands-on training and have 4 national certifications.
They offer field experience instructors. They have convenient schedule options.
They're centrally located in Southfield, and they have 9 classrooms, and it's a family-owned school. You know, best of all, the program is only 10.5 months long, so students can enter the workforce in less than a year.
For more information, go to northwesterntech.edu.
Here at Perrin, no problems is more than just a beer. It's the way we brew, and it's our way of life.
My name's Connor Klopsick, and I'm a brewer/cellarman here at Perrin. I love Perrin for the phenomenal beers and the diversity that comes from making them. Playing dodgeball is fun no matter your age or your skill set. Winning multiple national titles is really exciting and thrilling, but it can be really freaking scary when people are throwing heat at your face.
No Problems 15-pack available in stores now.
Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak is your favorite club destination and holiday party headquarters. Fifth Avenue's private second floor is perfect for banquets, concerts, reunions, or corporate events. Complete with multiple seating arrangements, stage, state-of-the-art audio-visual, pool, catered food and beverage packages with the best service in Metro Detroit. We can create a custom plan to fit your budget. Give your employees and guests the experience they deserve and book your event at Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Experience Sci-Fi. So Jill, what's up next for us?
So a few of my fellow Able Ideaz agents and models are here, dressed in character from the new comic books that they're in.
I hear this world of Able Ideaz is filled with beautiful women.
Cool.
I mean, this is super heroine chic, folks.
You need to chill. Sarah, get this icicle out of here. Thanks. Now we're gonna go to Q, who's gonna tell us about the new 2017 TV shows.
This is the Q from Comic Experience Sci-Fi. I'm here this week talking about 2017. And I know it's only a few, wow, this year went by fast. Few weeks away, so I'm here to get you ready for all the new shows. So if you're like me, you enjoy the show Grimm. Unfortunately, this is its final season.
That wasn't a suggestion. Neither was mine. Bring it on, bitch!
So we're gonna go out and give it a big farewell with an excellent viewership and excellent ratings, and who knows, we might get a special on down the line because that's what they like to do nowadays. You know, take shows off the air for 2 years and then they bring them back for like 12 episodes, 24. Then we're gonna go talk about the Marvel Universe on television.
You are a living weapon. Drive all other thoughts out of your mind except this.
This is my purpose.
If you're like me, you gotta be excited about the Defenders, Iron Fist, and the Punisher, especially the way John Bernthal played the Punisher. Then we're gonna talk about iZombie, which is returning to the CW. I cannot wait. As a huge fan, I can't wait to see what happens because we all know what happened last season. They got trapped underground and then the secretary or whatever her name was and just found out she was a zombie, sitting there eating brains. Can you believe this? We fought so hard to keep that secret in and everybody knows their zombies exist. Anyway, sorry, venting. Then we're gonna talk about another show that's coming out in 2017, Voltron, the reboot.
Together, you will form Voltron, the greatest weapon ever known. Protector of the innocent. And our only hope to save the universe.
That's not my favorite TV show of people jumping into robots, because we all know I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. So this is just my excuse to talk about Power Rangers since the movie's coming out in 2017. This has been the Q from Comics Being Sci-Fi.
Thanks, Q, and thanks, Sarah, for helping me take over the show. So obviously, gaming isn't the only thing you do. Tell everyone about your character.
I am Aquaria. I am the royal protector to the royal family of the lost city of Atlantis.
That is amazing. What is your superpower?
I'm a water manipulator.
I love it. So what books can we find you in?
First, the Lady Patriots, and next, Aquaria.
That is so exciting. I can't wait to see you in your new books. And speaking of new books, let's go to Rob from GOBRetail.com, Michigan's largest gaming and comic book store.
Hi, I'm Rob from GOB Retail, and I'm here with Chris from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and we're talking this week's top picks in comics.
That's right.
All right, so I've got Nova #1 by Marvel. This is the new 2016 series. And we've got a new Nova, Sam Alexander. His father was one of the Black Novas, and now he, as the last Nova, the rest are dead, has inherited the spot.
He came out in the 70s, right? So, and that wasn't necessarily the best time for Marvel costumes. I mean, let's just keep it real.
That's true.
I really love his new design. It's modern, but it's still an homage to the old one.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, and though he is not as much as a household name like Spider-Man and Iron Man, he's a solid character nonetheless. And if you are a comic book guy or gal, check him out.
All right, Chris, next up I've got the absolute collection of the Infinite Crisis, a massive graphic novel that is a compilation of all of the main storyline for Infinite Crisis, one of DC's earliest true reboots of the universe. I think this is a great gift to anybody that's either interested in the history of DC.
Gotta wrap it up. It's a little bit too big for a stocking stuffer.
That's true.
But yeah, you know, this is one of those cornerstone, quintessential comic book stories that everybody who loves comic books, loves literature, loves artwork. And you know, I would also like to say it's really nice to have it sort of compact the storyline.
I still have trouble following exactly what happened.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Chris, Transformers. Transformers Last Night specifically will be coming out. There are a ton of Transformers comics going on right now, a couple different series. More Than Meets the Eye is one of them. Robots in Disguise is another. They were in the Revolutions crossover for IDW. IDW's been putting out a lot of content for them. They're actually going to be changing the name soon. There's going to be one that's just Transformers Optimus Prime, focusing on that character. There's a lot to pick from. Most of it I found pretty enjoyable. It's definitely something worth reading if you enjoyed the cartoons when you were younger, if you enjoyed the comics when you were younger, and if you enjoy the movies now.
Or the toys.
Or the toys.
Gotta get a shout out.
Obviously. I mean, that's the whole point.
For one?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm Rob from GOB Retail.
And I'm Chris from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Thanks for joining us.
Let's roll out.
Thanks, Rob, and thanks, Sarah, for hanging out with us.
It's so much fun, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Hey, welcome to Able Ideaz.
Where ideas come to life.
Come on in.
Here at Able Ideaz in Detroit, we bring ideas to life. Whether it's a logo, a design, or a full-blown graphic novel, we have an experienced staff of artists, writers, models, and photographers ready to make your dream a reality. So if you're ready to see your vision brought to life, go to ableideaz.com.
You see over there? That proves my point perfectly. That's what girls are looking for these days. The loud, obnoxious party boy. But over there, that's what women are looking for. The strong, confident guy with a career.
So what you're saying is girls like $80,000 worth of beer-soaked debt, and smart women appreciate a hardworking, skilled tradesman?
Exactly.
Fact. Heating and cooling tradesmen are in demand. Go to Northwestern Tech and become an HVAC tradesman in 10.5 months.
Here at Perrin, no problems is more than just a beer. It's the way we brew, and it's our way of life.
I'm Sheldon. I am the cellarman at Perrin Brewing Company. I spent 6 years in the Navy's nuclear engineering program before I started working at Perrin. The difference is night and day. I've always been a crazy Michigan State fan. There's not too many feelings that compare to seeing your team win.
No Problems 15-pack available in stores now.
Welcome back. I am here with another Able Ideaz model. Lily, tell us who your character is.
Hi, Jill. I'm Pink Siren.
That's so exciting. So what books can we find you in?
You can find me in the Siren Squad book, and it's coming soon, which is pretty cool.
Awesome. I can't wait to check that out. And now we're going to check out Brad, who visited the Hero or Villain food truck in Lathrop Village.
This is the Bradcast with the Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi crew. We're in Lathrop Village at the Food Truck Friday to try out some Hero or Villain food truck delicacies.
Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
I guess you probably picked the best theme of anybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, great decor. I love the sandwiches. Captain Planet for a vegetarian sandwich.
We try to think things through, yeah.
Captain America, grilled cheese, can't go wrong.
Cheesy, you know, classic.
Yeah, so how long have you been doing this?
This is our 3rd summer. I put my card on there too. You can check our website. I post all our calendar and everything's on our website.
Okay. So what do you do in the off season?
So this will be the first year that we'll actually have more events booked in November and December.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna push it through as long as we can, but we kind of get side jobs and do whatever we can as far as catering. And,
okay.
Yeah.
When you do catering, you bring the truck?
Either we can bring the truck, and that, you know, we'll get that a lot for office lunches, weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthdays, things like that. And then a lot of times for office lunches, they'll just want us to drop off some sandwiches. So we'll do like party subs that we cut down.
How often do you change your heroes and your villains?
Menu gets rotated daily. We change it all, you know, according to, you know, what's popular. When it gets colder out, we more and more like Reuben sandwiches.
So it seems like this is perfect for kids. They just tell you who their favorite heroes are. You come up with a menu and
so far we've done a Pokemon themed wedding.
Oh wow.
And I have a quote out now for next year. We're going to do a DC themed wedding too.
Beautiful. So, hey, what are you eating?
It's me, Mario.
Delicioso, my friend.
Doop, 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 doop.
I'll take that as a yes.
There you go.
If you see this truck, run his ass down and get his food. It's delicious.
I'm back, and I'm here with more Able Ideaz models. I'm joined by
Malice, and I am a zombie slayer.
Okay, and I see you brought backup.
Yeah, today with me I have Boss Brenda from the Boot series, and I have Vicious, who is a vampire killer.
Very cool. So we should expect to see you in some new books this year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. Can't wait to check that out. I love girls who kick butt. Now we're going to go to Nick, who's going to tell us about his favorite action figures.
So I want to take a few minutes and talk about one of the most popular toy lines of my generation. Anyone growing up in the 70s and early 80s remembers the Mego line of action figures. This is actually my original 12-inch Hulk, and this is not my original Spider-Man, but this is one of the first Mego figures I ever got. Mego started out in the 1950s, and they were famous for being a sort of a dime store toy company. They would import toys and sell them, and then they acquired the licensing to Marvel and DC comic book characters. What they did is they created a body they could mass produce, but then interchange the heads and the costumes, so it was very inexpensive. And all these figures were made in Hong Kong, and they made Spidey and Captain America and Batman, Robin, and many, many other ones. And they eventually made Planet of the Apes and Star Trek, the original series. Lots of different licenses they went after. But the reason why I want to talk about this today is because now everything that's old is new again. They're starting to redo Mego-style action figures. Toy Biz did it first with the famous Covers line of figures. This is Cyclops, and these are kind of similar as you can see, real cloth, etc. But the first stab at making real Mego-esque style figures came from Mattel. And so you can see here is a Lex Luthor figure that Mego never actually manufactured, nor did they ever manufacture Sinestro, but they did want to try and duplicate that line. Now I have a little bit of issue with this retro action line because they're loose and they're lame. He can't stand up by himself. They stink. I'm very, very disappointed. So I never bought any more of these. However, a company called Figures Toy Company, and all you old timers will recognize this look. This looks like the real Megos. This company, Figures Toy Company, is taking care of all the DC line. And as you can see over here, Penguin, Catwoman, Riddler, just like we remember when we were kids. Now Marvel is also putting out some figures. These are being manufactured by Diamond Select Toys, and they've decided to add a sort of a Captain Action-esque aspect to it with his World War II costume, his Steve Rogers costume, his original shield. You know, now these are $50, $60, $70 for these, which to me, I'd rather they just sold me this for $30 like DC is doing instead of all this stuff that I'll never use. There's a great website called the Mego Museum. Go check that out if you want to look at all the great toys in mint condition that collectors have accumulated. If you're a Mego fanatic from the old days, you don't have to scour eBay trying to find a mint one in a box and pay $300 or more. Figures Toy Company and Diamond are graciously remanufacturing the Mego figures, so now, at long last, we can collect them all.
Fun fact, did you know they're called action figures because Hasbro didn't want to call them dolls? Thanks, Nick, and thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thanks, it was our pleasure. And don't go anywhere because we've got more comics, beer, and sci-fi coming up.
Snap Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day.
During the Big Finish event, lease a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $259 a month, or a Ram Crew Cab 4x4 as low as $178 a month for 24 months.
Sales service and a superior buying experience. That's Snap Camp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
Snap Camp, Metro Detroit's original. Snap Camp, Snap Camp.
I want to blend my business education and athletic skills and open my own fitness center. At Lawrence Tech, I'm learning how to research, present, and to really think like an entrepreneur. And I love the small college feel here, where there's always something to do. We have men's and women's intercollegiate sports and dozens of student organizations. I can't wait to apply what I'm learning here in the real world. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Welcome back to the final portion of the show. Thanks for watching.
Hey, unfreeze me, I'm sorry.
What's the matter with you?
You know you're the only co-hosty for me, I didn't mean it. Unfreeze me.
Yeah, we'll let you think about that while you thaw. Let's go to Sarah with the video game segment.
Hey gamers, Sarah here with a look into the future of what you can expect from titles this coming year. I mentioned Mass Effect Andromeda last week, and this bad boy deserves a bit more of a preview of what we can expect. Mass Effect Andromeda is set in the Helios cluster of the Andromeda Galaxy 600 years after the original Mass Effect trilogy. Set in the year 2185, a human explorer, Gian Garson, begins the Andromeda Initiative. Members of the Citadel species leave home and find themselves in the Helios cluster to find a new settling ground for their people. Gameplay will be similar to the previous Mass Effect titles, but many features have been drastically updated or added since Mass Effect 3. Looks like the folks at BioWare will continue making gold with this highly anticipated new release for Q1 of 2017 for PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Also being released in spring of 2017, we have Prey 2. Prey fans and newcomers will be more than happy with this sequel from Bethesda Studios. Available from Xbox One, PS4, and PC, gamers can expect to dive into an incredibly immersive world set in 2033 aboard the Talos 1. The newest trailer released shows a few sneak peeks into gameplay, which reveals the gamer's ability to use supernatural powers, which will allow the gamer to turn into objects to gain access to certain hard-to-reach areas. This one looks great, and much like all the games mentioned in this episode, we will be following it until its anticipated release. Last but certainly not in the very least, we have Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. With so many dedicated LOZ fans, it's not hard to sell any of the games with this title. But what can the gamer expect with this new addition to the Zelda family? A lot of new jaw-dropping graphics, better and smoother gameplay in an open-air environment. With its release date still TBA for 2017, this Wii U and Switch exclusive game will also be released for the Nintendo NX. Calamity Ganon has been wreaking havoc all over Hyrule for the past 100 years that Link has been asleep. Waking up in a large sarcophagus, Link is no longer able to heal from gathering hearts, but rather learning to eat and cook different foods to survive. Also, he now has the ability to sneak attack, and for the first time ever, the environment will actually affect Link, whether it be hot or cold, so stockpile those potions and elixirs. I know I speak for many that I'm all too excited to get my hands on this game. That's it for this week. Keep your hands and consoles warm. We'll see you again next time.
Thanks, Sarah.
Hey, how about unfreezing the rest of me? Come on.
I guess I tortured you enough.
Thank you, if that wasn't too much trouble.
That's what I call a chilly willy. Now we're gonna go to Richie with our home video segment.
Imagine, if you will, movies you missed at the movie theater coming out on home video. You have now entered the Richie Zone. Up first this week is The Twilight Zone, complete series which comes to Blu-ray on December 13th and includes 156 episodes from all 5 seasons. Often considered one of the best television shows of all time, Rod Serling's anthology series easily ranks as the small screen's best sci-fi. The Twilight Zone, which ran from 1959 to 1964, remains incredibly influential today, so consider this a must-have. Up next is the hilarious animated hit The Secret Life of Pets, which features a cast of stand-up comedians including Louis C.K., Kevin Hart, and Dana Carvey. The movie tells the story of a misfit group of animals who must join together to find their way home in the urban jungle of New York City. The Secret Life of Pets is now available on Blu-ray, DVD, 3D, and 4K.
Where is Max? Tell me!
Help me!
Don't look at him! Look at me!
Another big hit of 2016 is The Suicide Squad, which is streaming now in a special extended edition with an extra 15 minutes of footage. Reaction on whether or not the new scenes dramatically alters the viewing experience seems to be mixed, so you'll just have to watch and decide for yourself. The movie will be released this week on Blu-ray, 4K, 3D, and DVD.
Have a drink with us.
Beer.
Whiskey. How about you, hot stuff?
Water.
That's a good idea, honey.
Getting the deluxe Blu-ray treatment this week is one of the first slasher movies ever made. The original Black Christmas from 1974 is being released in a new 2-disc Blu-ray collector's edition just in time for the holidays. This version includes a new 2K scan of the negative with a boatload of extras, including commentary from director Bob Clark, who also made the classic movie A Christmas Story.
Where's Agnes? What are you doing?
I got color back. I was feeling pretty pale earlier. Thank you for watching. Catch you next week.
Thanks, Richie. And I really want to thank all of our Able Ideaz models for stopping by today. And you can check all of our girls out in their new comic books on ableideaz.com.
And of course, we want to thank our sponsors, Northwestern Tech. And don't forget to tune in next week for our Star Wars episode.
Thanks for watching.